Pain is not a punishment. It is a preparation. What you perceive as suffering, as trials too heavy to bear, is the divine hand molding you into the vessel you are destined to become. This is not the abandonment of the Creator, but the whisper of purpose calling you into alignment. Every tear you have shed, every moment of despair, is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your spirit. And though you may not see it now, these seeds are destined to bloom into greatness. The heart, we must remember that the external world is but a reflection of the inner self. The storms you face in life are not external forces acting against you. They are projections of the transformation occurring within. The fire of pain purifies. It burns away the illusions, the doubts, and the fears, leaving behind the essence of who you truly are, a divine being with the power to create, to transform, to rise. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the version of yourself you long to become. See yourself strong, victorious, and whole. Hold that vision tightly, for it is not just a dream. It is a reality waiting for your belief to bring it forth. Every trial, every moment of pain is shaping you into that image. The Creator uses this process not to harm you, but to remind you of your strength, to awaken the dormant power within you. Do not resist the pain. Do not run from it. Instead, embrace it as the hand of God preparing you for greater things. In every dark moment, there is a lesson, a gift waiting to be uncovered. Trust that this pain is not meaningless. It is a bridge to the life you are meant to live. You may not understand the why now, but trust the process, for God's plan is all. Faith is the key that unlocks the door to your transformation. Speak words of faith into your pain. Declare this too shall pass and know that it will. Feel within you the power to rise above your current circumstances, not by your might, but by aligning with the divine will that is always working for your good. When you align your imagination with faith, miracles unfold. In moments of doubt, return to stillness. Withdraw from the outer world and enter the silence within. There you will find the presence of God, the reassurance that you are never alone. In that quiet space, you will feel the pain begin to lose its grip, replaced by a peace that surpasses understanding. It is here that transformation begins, not through struggle, but through surrender. You are being prepared, not punished. Your journey may feel heavy, but remember that diamonds are created under pressure, and gold is refined by fire. You are not being broken. You are being shaped, strengthened, and elevated for the divine purpose that lies ahead. Trust that every moment of pain has meaning, and every tear will water the harvest that is to come. Pain often feels like a thief, doesn't it? Stealing our comfort, robbing us of our sense of peace. But if you look closer, you will see it is not a thief. It is a teacher. Every great transformation in life comes with a degree of discomfort. Think of the seed buried beneath the soil. To grow, it must push through the darkness, crack open, and reach for the light. The breaking is necessary. This is what you are experiencing. Your pain is not random. It is intentional. It is the evidence of your soul expanding, breaking through the limitations of the old self, to create space for the new. Do you see now why the struggle feels so personal, so unique to you? Because it is tailored to you. The challenges you face, the heartbreak you endure, are not accidents. They are precise instruments in the hands of the Creator, carving away the excess, revealing the masterpiece within. It may feel as if life is stripping you bare, taking everything you hold dear, but that is not so. What is being taken are the things that no longer serve the vision God has for you. The attachments, the illusions, the habits that would hinder your ascension must go. And yes, this shedding is painful, but it is necessary. When you begin to see your pain as purposeful, it changes everything. The moments that once felt like curses transform into blessings. You start to realize that every disappointment was a redirection. Every closed door was protection, and every loss was preparation. This is not wishful thinking. This is spiritual law. The trials of life are designed to draw you closer to your divine nature, to awaken you to the realization that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a co-creator with God. And yet, how often do we resist this process? How often do we cling to what is familiar, even if it is no longer serving us? Pain arises not because God wishes to harm us, but because we resist the change that pain demands. It is the resistance, not the transformation itself, that causes suffering. When you let go of the need to control, when you surrender to the process, you will find that pain begins to lose its power over you. It is not the breaking that hurts, but our unwillingness to trust that what lies on the other side is greater than what we are leaving behind. Trust is the foundation of transformation. Trust that God is not only aware of your pain, but is actively using it for your good. Trust that the very thing you are praying to be delivered from is the thing that will deliver you into your destiny. How do you build this trust? By going inward. The answers you seek are not found in the chaos of the world, but in the stillness of your heart. When you quiet the mind and listen, you will hear the voice of God reminding you that you are not forgotten, that your pain is not in vain. Imagine just for a moment that your pain is a sculptor, and you are the marble. With every challenge, with every heartbreak, the sculptor's chisel removes what is unnecessary, revealing the beauty hidden within. You may not understand the process while it is happening, but trust that the artist sees the final masterpiece. Even if you do not, this is why you must not lose hope. Hope is the anchor that keeps you grounded during the storms of light. It is the light that guides you through the darkest valleys. And as you endure, remember this: you are never alone. The divine presence walks with you, even in your darkest moments. When you feel like you cannot take another step, lean into that presence. It is not just with you, it is within you. This power, this light, is the same force that created the universe. Do you understand what that means? It means that within you lies the ability to overcome anything. The same power that spoke the stars into existence is the power that will carry you through your pain and into your purpose. But here is the secret. You must not wait for the pain to end to start living in faith. Too often we tell ourselves that we will believe once we see the evidence. But faith does not work that way. Faith is the evidence. When you can look at your pain and declare, "This is working for my good," you activate a divine law that brings your vision into reality. You do not need to see the whole staircase. You only need to take the next step. Each step taken in faith brings you closer to the fulfillment of your destiny. Do not allow the pain to define you. You are not your struggles. You are not your past. You are a child of God, created with intention, purpose, and power. Speak to yourself with the authority that comes from this truth. Declare that you are more than a conqueror, that you are being prepared for something greater. Speak life over your circumstances. Even when it feels like life is slipping away, your words have creative power. What you affirm, you become. So affirm the truth, not the temperate. You might wonder, how can this pain possibly lead to something good? The answer lies in the mystery of God's timing. What feels like delay is not denial, it is divine orchestration. There are things you cannot see, connections being made, opportunities being prepared, that will all come together in perfect alignment. But you must trust the process. Impatience will only prolong the journey. Surrender and allow the Creator to work in ways that are far beyond your understanding. Pain is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of a new chapter. It is the soil from which your strength grows, the fire that forges your character, the storm that clears the way for your blessing. Do not despise it, embrace it, knowing that it is shaping you into the person you are always meant to be. The vision you hold in your heart, the dreams you dare to dream, are not there by accident. They are insomni, they are divine whispers, reminders of what is possible when you align with God's will. And so in the face of pain, stand firm. Do not waver in your faith. Do not allow the temporary discomfort to cause you to forget the eternal promise. Every step you take, every moment you endure, brings you closer to the fulfillment of that promise. Your story is not over. It is still being written, and the best chapters are yet to come. Hold on to this truth, and let it carry you through the fire. You are being prepared not for something ordinary, but for something extraordinary. Trust the process, trust the pain, and trust the one who holds you in the palm of his hand. The pain you feel is a divine invitation, a sacred call to rise above what you thought you were, and step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. When you look at your circumstances, it may seem as though everything is falling apart, but in truth, everything is falling into place. God's ways are not our ways. What feels like chaos to us is divine order in motion. You must resist the urge to interpret your pain as punishment. For it is not. It is preparation. It is the shaping of your soul for something greater than you could ever imagine. Every great story involves a journey, and every journey involves trials. You are on a path that leads to transformation, and transformation always requires a breaking, a tearing away of the old to make room for the new. Think of the caterpillar. It does not transform into a butterfly by clinging to what it knows. It must surrender to the process, retreat into stillness, and allow itself to be completely undone. Only then does it emerge, no longer bound to the earth, but free to soar. You too are in a cocoon of sorts. Your pain is a transformation at work. And though it feels like an ending, it is actually a beginning. Do not judge the process before it is complete. The pain you feel now may not make sense, but that does not mean it is without purpose. In time you will see how every piece fits together, how every struggle was necessary to bring you to the life you were created to live. Until that time, trust. Trust that God sees what you cannot. Trust that what feels like a delay is divine timing. Trust that the breaking is making you stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. When you face pain, it is tempting to ask, why me? But perhaps the better question is, what is this teaching me? Pain has a way of revealing what we need to see, lessons we might otherwise ignore. To be lost is often gain in disguise. What feels like rejection is often redirected, about our lives and about our relationship with God. It is in these moments of deep introspection that growth happens. You discover strength you did not know you had, faith you did not realize was so deep, and the connection to the divine that is unshakable. You must learn to see beyond the surface. What appears to be lost is often gain in disguise. What feels like rejection is often redirection. The doors that close are not meant to punish you. They are meant to protect you. You may not understand it now, but one day you will look back and thank God. For every no, for every setback, for every tear, you will see how they were necessary to bring you to a place of greater fulfillment, purpose, and joy. And while you are in the midst of the storm, remember that you are not alone. God has not abandoned you. Even when you cannot feel His presence, He is there guiding you, strengthening you, and preparing you. The very fact that you are still standing, still breathing is proof of His faithfulness. You may feel weak, but His strength is made perfect in your weakness. Lean into that strength. Let it carry you when you feel you cannot take another step. The mind is a powerful thing, and it plays a crucial role in how you navigate pain. If you dwell on the negatives, the pain will consume you. But if you choose to focus on the promises of God, you will find peace even in the midst of your struggles. Speak life into your situation. Declare that this pain is temporary, that it is working for your good, that it is preparing you for something greater. In essence, the words you speak have creative power. Use them to shape your reality, to align your mind with the truth of who you are and whose you are. Visualization is another tool that can help you endure. Close your eyes and see yourself on the other side of the pain. See yourself stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. Feel the joy of having overcome. When you can see it in your mind, you are one step closer to bringing it into reality. This is not wishful thinking. It is aligning yourself with the divine blueprint for your life. The more you focus on what is possible, the more you open yourself up to receive it. There is also power in gratitude, even in the midst of pain. It may seem counterintuitive to give thanks when you are hurting, but gratitude shifts your perspective. It reminds you of all that is good, even in difficult times. Thank God for the strength to endure, for the lessons you are learning, for the growth that is taking place. Gratitude is a declaration of faith, a way of saying, I trust that this is for my good, even if I cannot see it yet. You must also remember to rest. Pain often drives us to overthink, to overanalyze, to strive for answers. But sometimes the greatest act of faith is to rest. Rest in the knowledge that God is in control. Rest in the assurance that He is working all things together for your good. Rest in the truth that you are loved beyond measure, that your pain is not in vain, and that brighter days are ahead. As you journey through this season, know that you are being refined, not destroyed. The fire you are walking through is not meant to consume you, but to purify you. It is removing the impurities, the doubts, the fears, and the limitations that have held you back. What will emerge on the other side is a version of you that is stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with your divine purpose. And when you finally reach that place of breakthrough, when the pain has served its purpose, you will look back and see the hand of God in every detail. You will see how the trials shaped you, how the struggles prepared you, how the pain became the foundation for the blessings that followed. You will stand in awe of the journey, grateful for every moment, even the difficult ones, because they brought you to a place of greater purpose and fulfillment. Your story is not over. The pain you feel now is not the final chapter. It is the middle of the story, the part where the hero faces their greatest challenge before rising to victory. Hold on to that truth. Hold on to the promises of God. Hold on to the vision of who you are becoming. Let the pain refine you, not define you. Let it prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. Trust the process. Trust the pain. And trust the one who is guiding you through it all. It is the creation that was given in this world. You are being prepared for greater things. Believe it and let that belief carry you forward. The pain that you carry is not a sign of weakness, nor is it evidence that you have been abandoned. It is the weight of transformation, a divine process that strips away all that is no longer meant for you. It feels heavy, but it is because something significant is being built within you. You are being fortified, strengthened from the inside out, made ready for what is to come. This is the mystery of divine preparation. The very things you wish to avoid at the tools being used to shape your destiny. Every tear you cry is counted. Every moment of despair is seen. But do not let those tears fall without understanding their purpose. They are not wasted. They are watering the seeds of your future. Pain is the teacher that speaks in ways comfort never can. It challenges you, pushes you to your limits, and shows you what you are capable of enduring. In that endurance, something extraordinary is born. Perseverance, character, and a hope that is unshakable. These are not traits you develop in times of ease. They are forged in the fires of trial. Consider the story of a gardener who plants a seed. The seed is buried in darkness, surrounded by soil. From the outside, it looks as though nothing is happening. Days, weeks, and months may pass, and still there is no visible sign of growth. But beneath the surface, where no one can see, the seed is breaking open, roots are stretching out, and life is beginning to take form. Your pain is the soil, your faith is the water, and your perseverance is the sunlight. Though you may feel buried, you are not forgotten. You are being cultivated. When life feels unbearable, it is easy to think that you are alone in your struggle. But remember that even in your solitude, God is with you. His presence is not always loud or obvious. It often whispers in moments of stillness, nudging you forward, reminding you to keep going. Sometimes it shows up in the form of a comforting word from a stranger, a scripture that resonates deeply, or a fleeting moment of peace that washes over you. These are signs that you are held, that you are not walking through this valley on your own. You may look at others and wonder why their paths seem smoother, their lives easier, but comparison is a thief of joy and a distraction from your unique journey. The challenges you face are tailored specifically for your growth, for your purpose. No one else can walk your path because no one else is destined to fulfill the role you are being prepared for. Trust that the weight you carry is not more than you can bear, for God's strength is made perfect in your weakness. The process of transformation is often painful because it requires letting go. Letting go of old habits, old mindsets, and even old relationships. These things may feel familiar and safe, but they cannot go with you to the next level. What lies ahead requires a lighter load. This shedding is not rejection. It is redirection. It is making space for the new blessings that are on their way. Trust the pruning. Even when it feels like loss, it is not a subtraction. It is an addition in disguise. Pain has a way of isolating us, of making us feel as though no one else can understand what we are going through. But there is a deeper truth beneath this isolation. It is in these moments that we are drawn closer to God. When there is no one else to turn to, no one else who seems to understand, we are reminded of the one who knows us completely. This is an invitation to deepen your relationship with the divine, to seek guidance, comfort, and wisdom from the source of all life. The trials you face are not random, they are intentional. Each challenge is an opportunity to grow, to evolve, to become more aligned with your purpose. Sometimes the pain is a signal that something needs to change. It is a divine alarm clock waking you up to areas of your life that need attention. It forces you to confront what you have been avoiding, to heal wounds you have ignored, and to take steps toward becoming the person you are created to be. In the midst of pain, it is easy to feel defeated, to believe that you are broken beyond repair. But what if, instead of seeing yourself as broken, you saw yourself as being rebuilt? The pieces of your life are not shattered, they are being rearranged. The process may be messy, and it may not make sense right now, but trust that the architect knows what he is doing. Every piece is being placed exactly where it needs to be, creating something far more beautiful than you could have imagined. Faith is not just believing in what you can see, it is trusting in what you cannot. It is holding onto the promise that your pain has a purpose, even when you cannot yet see the outcome. Faith does not eliminate the pain, but it gives you the strength to endure it. It reminds you that this moment is temporary, that better days are coming, and that every tear, every struggle, and every heartache is working together for your good. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the weight of it all feels too much to bear. In those moments, remember that you have come too far to turn back now. You have survived 100% of your worst days, and you will survive this too. You are stronger than you think, braver than you feel, and more capable than you realize. This pain is not here to destroy you. It is here to prepare you. When you feel weak, lean into the strength that comes from surrender. Surrender is not giving up. It is letting go of the need to control what is beyond your power. It is placing your trust in a higher power, in the one who sees the bigger picture. Surrender allows you to rest, to find peace in the midst of chaos, and to move forward with faith and confidence. Your journey is sacred, even when it feels messy. Your pain is holy, even when it feels unbearable. You are being prepared, refined, and positioned for greater things. Trust the process. Trust the pain. Trust the one who holds your life in his hands. The story is not over, and the best is yet to come. The moments of despair that seem unending are not here to define you, but to refine you. This is not a punishment. It is a process that is designed to strip away the unnecessary layers, the false beliefs, and the doubts that hold you back. Each moment of pain is like the sculptor's chisel, carefully carving away the stone to reveal the masterpiece hidden within. You may not see it yet, but you are becoming something extraordinary. You are being prepared for a purpose greater than your imagination. The key to enduring this process is in shifting your focus. If you look at your pain only as a source of suffering, you miss its higher purpose. Instead, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What strength is this building in me? What doors is this pain unlocking? When you change the lens through which you view your trials, you will begin to see them not as obstacles, but as opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to rise, to ascend into the fullness of your divine potential. There is a quiet wisdom in embracing the present moment, even when it hurts. The present moment holds the key to transformation, because it is the only place where you can truly connect with the divine. When you resist what is happening, you create tension and prolong your suffering. But when you accept it, when you surrender to the experience, you open yourself up to the lessons it carries. This does not mean you stop hoping for better days. It means you find peace in the process, knowing that every step is leading you to something greater. Imagine a seed that has been planted in the earth. In its darkness, it cannot see the sun, and yet it pushes upward, stretching toward a light it instinctively knows is there. That is faith. The seed does not question the soil around it, nor does it doubt the rain that falls or the sun that warms the earth above. It trusts the process, even in its hiddenness. You are like that seed, though you may feel buried under the weight of your trials. You are not forgotten. You are growing even in the dark. You are being nourished, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Pain often brings with it the temptation to retreat, to close yourself off from the world. But isolation is not the answer. It is in connection with God, with others, and with yourself that healing takes place. Do not let your pain make you bitter or hard. Let it soften you. Let it open you up to the beauty that exists even in the midst of suffering. When you remain open, you create space for grace to flow in, for miracles to unfold, and for transformation to take root. You are not the person you were before the pain began, and that is a gift. Pain has a way of revealing who you truly are. It strips away the masks, the pretense, and the illusions. It forces you to confront your fears, to face your vulnerabilities, and to discover the strength you didn't know you had. This is not a breaking, it is a becoming. You are becoming the person you were always meant to be, stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your divine purpose. Every challenge you face is a stepping stone to something greater. It is easy to look at the mountain ahead and feel overwhelmed, but remember that you do not climb it in one leap. You climb it one step at a time. Each step, no matter how small, is progress. Each step brings you closer to the summit. Trust that the same power that created the mountain also resides within you, giving you the strength to climb it. There is a divine timing to all things. What you are experiencing now is not random, it is perfectly timed. The delays, the detours, and even the disappointments are all part of the plan. They are aligning you with your purpose, preparing you for the blessings that are on their way. Trust the timing. Trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. Trust that the one who began a good work in you will carry it to completion. In moments of doubt, remind yourself of the promises that have been spoken over your life. Promises of hope, of a future, of plans to prosper you and not to harm you. These promises are not empty words. They are the foundation upon which you can stand. When the storms of life rage, hold on to those promises. They are your anchor, your guiding light, your source of strength. Now turn your attention to your beliefs and trust. In your mind, there is a loud, the pain you are enduring is not for nothing. It is the labor before the birth, the storm before the calm, the struggle before the victory. It is preparing you for the greater things that await you. Hold on, keep going. Trust the process. Trust the pain. Trust the one who is working all things together for your good. You are being prepared for something extraordinary, something beyond your wildest dreams. And when the day comes, when you step into the fullness of your purpose, you will look back on this season with gratitude, knowing that every moment of pain was worth it. The pain you are feeling, the hurt that seems unbearable, is not a sign of defeat, nor is it something you must try to avoid or escape from. It is a necessary part of the transformation you are going through, shaping you for something greater. Life has a way of testing us, pushing us to the limits of our endurance. But it is through these trials that we grow and evolve into the people we are meant to be. Aha! Life is for each experience of pain, no matter how difficult it may seem, holds the key to unlocking a greater strength, a deeper wisdom, and a richer purpose within you. It is in the darkest moments that your true light begins to shine. When you are facing hardship, it can feel like the world is against you, as if the weight of the world is too much to carry. The fear of failure, the fear of not being enough, the fear of never being able to move past the pain, can all feel overwhelming. But in those moments of darkness, remember that you are not abandoned. Pain is not a punishment. It is a tool for your growth. The same way a piece of coal becomes a diamond through intense heat and pressure, so too are you being refined. The trials you face are not meant to break you, but to mold you, to push you beyond the limitations you once thought you had. You may feel as though you are walking through a valley, unable to see the light at the end. But rest assured, you are not walking alone. Every step you take through this pain is a step closer to your breakthrough. What you perceive as an obstacle is simply a stepping stone on your journey to becoming who you were always meant to be. God is using the pain to prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. The challenge is not a sign of failure, but an invitation to rise. Growth does not happen in the absence of struggle. It happens when we are forced to confront our fears, when we are called to dig deep within ourselves to find strength we didn't know we had. Every challenge you face is a call to step into the next version of yourself. It's easy to look at your current situation and feel discouraged, but you must remind yourself that you are not defined by how you respond to it, by your ability to rise above it, to find meaning and purpose in it. The obstacles you face today are the foundation for the strength you will possess tomorrow. The path to greatness is rarely straight, and it is never easy. There will be twists and turns, moments of uncertainty, and times when you want to quit. But every time you choose to press forward despite the pain, you are moving closer to the realization of your potential. Pain has a way of revealing what is hidden deep within us, uncovering qualities we did not know we possessed. It builds resilience, patience, and perseverance. It teaches us to trust not in our circumstances, but in the process. For every season of suffering, there is a season of restoration, and you are being prepared for that restoration. You may not understand why you are going through what you are going through, but trust that God does. He sees the bigger picture. He knows the plans He has for you, plans to prosper you and give you a future filled with hope. The pain you are experiencing is part of a divine plan, a plan that is unfolding in ways you may not yet understand. When you look at your current situation, you may only see the struggle, but when you look at your life from a higher perspective, you will see that every piece of pain and hardship is leading you toward your destiny. Everything that happens for a reason, and nothing is wasted in the grand design of life. It is easy to become consumed by the pain and lose sight of the bigger picture. But it is important to remember that everything you are going through is part of your story. It is a story of growth, transformation, and the unfolding of divine purpose. You are not where you are by accident, and your pain is not pointless. It is part of the process of your becoming. When you look back on this moment in the future, you will see how each moment of suffering was a stepping stone to your success, how each challenge was preparing you for something greater than you could have ever imagined. There is something incredibly powerful about embracing your pain. When you face it, acknowledge it, and surrender to the process, you give yourself permission to heal. You stop resisting the very thing that is meant to set you free. The resistance to pain often keeps us stuck, prolonging our suffering. But when you allow yourself to feel, to experience the emotions fully, you give them the space they need to move through you. Pain is not something to avoid. It is something to move through, something to grow from. The more you resist it, the longer it stays with you. But the moment you stop fighting, you begin to heal. Pain forces you to slow down and reflect. It brings your attention to areas of your life that need healing, areas that require growth, and areas that are calling for your attention. Often, it is only when we are forced to stop that we begin to understand the deeper truths about ourselves. In the silence of our suffering, we are invited to listen to the whispers of our heart, to the guidance of the divine that is always present. Pain opens the door to a deeper connection with ourselves and with God, allowing us to hear His voice more clearly and to trust in His plan for us. In the midst of pain, it's easy to forget the bigger picture, to lose sight of the greater things that are being prepared for us. But every challenge, every trial, and every setback is a part of the journey. It is all necessary for your growth and your purpose. You are not alone in this. You are not abandoned. You are being prepared for something beyond your wildest dreams. Your pain is the catalyst for your breakthrough, the soil in which your dreams will take root and flourish. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting the process and keep believing that the best is yet to come. Moments of doubt, remind yourself that this is not the end. This is merely the beginning of something greater. The trials you face today are the building blocks for the life you are meant to live. When you look back, you will see how each struggle, each pain, each moment of difficulty was part of the divine preparation for the greatness that lies ahead. Trust in the process. Trust in the timing, and know that everything you are going through is preparing you for a future filled with promise, hope, and unimaginable blessings. You are being shaped into the person you were, always meant to be. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand in the way of what is destined for you. In the grand tapestry of life, the threads of pain and struggle are not random. They are woven with purpose, creating a design far greater than we can perceive in the moment. Your pain is not the end. It is the beginning of a transformation that will shape you into the person you were always meant to be. Trust that every tear, every hardship, and every trial is preparing you for greater things. The light of divine purpose shines even in the darkest moments, guiding you forward. Hold on to faith, embrace the process, and know that what lies ahead will far outweigh the struggles of today. You are being refined, strengthened, and prepared to step into a destiny that is nothing short of magnificent. Music, 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 music thing, music, 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 the music, 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 Mikey, music, music, music.